Alright, so we heard some flickering on the window and we looked and check out this bug. How humongous that thing is. That's why you have screens in your house in Puerto Rico. You never know what might be trying to come into your house.
We are now opening up more area to plant. This is all understory under the tall canopy, small trees and stuff, and this will open up a big space. Never throw it in the K-bra.
Right where I was sitting. Alright, well today we're going to be planting some of these rhizomes. These we actually found on the side of the road. Sometimes we find wild plants just growing. The heliconias are kind of hard and the gingers to find in nurseries, surprisingly. So sometimes we have to find them wherever we can. Thankfully they're often wild or kind of left out on the sides of the road so we can find them that way. Otherwise we go to private collectors or farms and buy them from producers that way. But these are two varieties of ginger, we call it like a puffball pink ginger and another soft pink ginger, which we do have here too, but we're trying not to split too many of our own rhizomes at this point in time. There's also a Bismarckia, which is the silver palm. Careful, baby. And I think we already planted up one of the heliconias we found, and then this is wasn't this the Caribbean gold yellow heliconia, which is one of the natives of Puerto Rico, actually the only native heliconia to Puerto Rico. So we'll be planting this in our, uh-oh, you slipped on, baby. That's the dangers of the, good job, you're a champ, huh, buddy. It's been raining a lot, so it's a little bit slick out here, but it's really good for the plants. So we'll get to work. Thank you, babes. It's now March, which means it's springtime, and even here in Puerto Rico we notice a few changes in the weather and in the foliage around. The almonds have lost all of their leaves. I'll show you those in a minute. And a lot of the other trees are starting to get new leaves, and many of the trees are starting to flower. So one of the most beautiful ones are these they call them robles, which means oak trees, which they're not true oak trees, they're tababuya, but they're the most beautiful flowers, usually light pink and darker bright pink flowers, and they just litter the ground everywhere as they start to drop them. It's so beautiful. Our garden that we had planted is also flowering, so these are some of our little, it looks kind of muesli right now, but we've already harvested some of the flowers. This is just an annual garden. And I have a few little, this cantaloupe, it's flowering, but not very big plant, so I'm not expecting too much on that. But it's fun this time of year, even here in Puerto Rico, where it feels like it's always summertime, and we actually do have some different seasons. here's a good example of the mango tree starting to releaf and flower, which will bring us a lot of mangoes. These are what they call the common mangoes, or elsewhere called the champagne mangoes. They're really sweet, nice taste. And beyond that, all over the top is the almond tree, which provides the majority of our shade or undercover shade for the lower part of the jungle side of the property. So right now it's actually pretty open, and we can kind of see through to the other side, which we don't usually have that ability to do. This area of our farm we call Hawk Lane because when we first moved here, the hawks would slide down through here. But it's really the roble lane. There's so many robles here that it just, at this time of year, it just carpets the grass with all these flowers, and they kind of twirl down very daintily. It's very beautiful. This is one of our favorite trees of spring. It mostly in April will have a huge bunch of fruit, but look at this this time of year. It's flowering. The bees visit this tree. It's called a pomo rosa sin semilla. And here's an example of some of the fruits that are setting. And this one is already pretty much ready. It'll get just a little bit darker red, but they call it pomo rosa because pomme in French means apple and rosa is rose. So it smells like a rose and it's crunchy like an apple. This is the Pachanga, or the Suriname cherry that I had mentioned earlier. But look at how many flowers it is. It's just going crazy. Looks like the earlier fruits have fallen off. It also has a vine in it, which is one that I don't always take off because this is the mouse melon vine. So you can see the little berries, which look like little teeny watermelons, but taste like a cucumber.